Check, check. Check, check. Test 1, 2, 3. And the starting announcements are being made tonight, and we'll have tip-off coming to you shortly. Hang on just a little bit. Test, test, test. Test. The starting lineups are being made tonight. This will be a Hoosier Crossroads Conference matchup between the Zionsville Eagles and the Harrison Raiders. Zionsville's wearing the home white tonight, and Harrison's in the away navy blue. The guards tonight for Zionsville will be Andrew Dockich and Dalton Judd. Scott Pinola will be one of the bigs. Alex Sibilla will get the start tonight as well. The man in the middle tonight for Zionsville will be Derek Smits. Derek Smits listed at 6'10", 220. I've been able to do a few of his games so far this year, and he's played well. He's still growing into himself, only a sophomore, so a lot of time to grow and get stronger into that tall frame of his, but certainly has a bright future ahead of him. The tip is up, and it'll be controlled by Harrison. Out of bounds. Point guard will be number 2. Out to the wing now. Zionsville starts out in a 2-3 zone. Harrison gets it into the middle. Shot missed by number 41, Noah Thomas. He's listed at 6'8". And with Zionsville running the 2-3, we'll look for Thomas to get more looks right in the middle of that zone, right around the free throw line. Try to create some havoc, create something for the rest of his team. As a nice find there by Dalton Judd. He finds Alex Sabilla down low for an easy deuce. And Zionsville first on the board tonight as they lead 2-0. Ball is moved around the wing by Harrison. Block. I think Derek Smith's got a small piece of the ball on that and rebounded by Zionsville. Smiths will stop and pull up from about 16 feet, misses badly, and the rebound will come to the Raiders. And in transition, Harrison turns it right back over. And the point guard, Andrew Dockich, brings it up for the Eagles. A bigger lineup than Zionsville has started in past games this season, as Michael Salmon is not in the starting lineup. Scotty Panola makes a runner in the lane, and that'll take the lead to 4-0 Zionsville early in this first quarter. Shot missed by Harrison on the wing. Rebound Zionsville, intercepted by Harrison. That's number 22, Jacob Payne. And he finds an open man cutting down the middle. I believe the basket was scored by number 25, Cole Smith. And a nice steal there by Payne on an errant pass from the Eagles. Andrew Dockich looking for Derek Smiths. Can't hang on to it. They get tied up on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. And that will go to the Eagles as Harrison won the opening tip. Harrison, a quick substitution, bringing in 2 new men on the floor. Number 42 will check in, and that is Austin Jarvinen. And I'm trying to figure out who the other man to check in was. I believe it's 31, Jacob Bauer, also in the game for Harrison. Andrew Dockich gets the ball and brings it back out. Zionsville moving around. Moving the ball. Dockich brings it back out and resets the offense as Zionsville having trouble finding a crease in this Harrison defense. And now it's found. And a shot missed. And then a great effort on the tip in by Alex Sabilla, very athletic play, but couldn't get the ball to go down. So Harrison has it on the opposite end of the court. In the lane, that'll be a traveling violation on number 42, Austin Jarvinen. Austin's listed at 6'4", has a thick frame. It'll be interesting to see how he plays Derek Smiths. I think he'd be wise to use his body and size and strength against Derek Smiths. Alex Sabilla with the ball now. And Dockich takes a 3 and misses it. That's the first 3-point attempt of the night for either team. And Harrison to the wing. Pass is stolen by Sabilla. He's been very active early. And a foul called now on the Harrison Raiders. Foul on number 25, Cole Smith. That'll be the first foul of the game for either team. And 2 more substitutions as number 11, Cade Reneker checks in, and number 33, Zeb Halzema checks in. So Harrison has already played 9 different players in this ball game. One of them Austin Jarvinen is listed on the junior varsity roster, getting some playing time tonight. 4-2 Zionsville leads about midway through the first quarter. Dockich looking for room, nearly steps out of bounds, and they're going to say he does. So a turnover by Dockich on the baseline underneath the Zionsville basket, and Harrison will get the ball back. And a loose ball out of bounds. It'll go to Zionsville as the referee ruled that Harrison touched it last. The Eagles still lead 4-2. Michael Solman has checked in the ball game for the Eagles. And he checked in for Derek Smits, so they go a little smaller as Dalton Judd also makes an exit for the game. And number 5, Braden Hall, will come in. So Zionsville goes a lot smaller here in the second half of this first quarter. Sabilla gets the ball on the wing, passes up an open shot. Dockich looks for room, and Solman will take the three as he misses. The ball was tipped out of bounds by Scotty Panola, trying to get the rebound. Harrison will get it back once again. Out to the wing is Harrison. A nice drive by Harrison, but a block by Scott Panola. Eagles going the other way. Dockich with the ball at the top of the key, takes a screen, passes to the corner, now back to Dockich as they work it back around the three-point line over to Solman. Dockich, open look for three, shot fake, steps up and rims out about a 17-footer. Oh, and very nice pass by Michael Solman down into Alex Sabilla. Sabilla gets a bucket, so Zionsville leads now 6-2 here in the first quarter. The ball is being worked around. Zionsville playing very pesky defense tonight. And Harrison's going to reset with Jacob Payne out at nearly the midcourt. Pass goes to number 33, Zeb Halzema. Harrison still working it around. And finally get a nice easy layup to fall. 1.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Zionsville will hold and make sure they get a good shot as they have the last few possessions into the post. And that's Scott Panola. He'll get the bucket and the foul. So Scotty Panola will go to the line to shoot one. That basket puts Zionsville up 8-4. Scott Panola is going to see if he can stretch this lead to 5 points here. And the free throw is good by Scotty Panola, so Zionsville leads 9-4. Just now under 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter. Pesky defense being played by Braden Hall on number 10, Bobby Rogers. 45 seconds now. Harrison finally get an open look. Harrison's done a nice job so far tonight of being patient. Zionsville's all up in them on defense, but Harrison's maintained possession. They haven't thrown sloppy passes for the most part, and have got a couple buckets out of that patience here in the last minute and a half or so, as a foul is called on the floor. And I believe that'll be the third foul called against Harrison. So no 1-and-1 yet, as Zionsville is going to take the ball out. Braden Hall right in front of the Harrison bench. Passes it backcourt to Dockich. Dockich, I believe, Dockich and Panola are the two starters that have not left the game yet here in the first quarter. Nine seconds left now. Dockich with the ball. He looks for Braden Hall, who gets a nice layup attempt but can't convert it. 1 second. And Harrison, a very good attempt at the end of the half, but it falls short. So Harrison trails right now at the end of one, 9-6. And the host Eagles lead by 3. I'll take a break and bring it right back for the start of the second quarter. And the start of the second quarter is underway. Harrison trails the host Eagles 9-6. Harrison played, I believe, 9 or 10 guys in that first quarter, so Coach Mark Reinhardt is definitely not afraid to use his bench as Harrison turns the ball over. Andrew Dockich, still in the game at point guard, is yet to check out. And a missed shot by Solman, and he picks it up and then misses a reverse layup. And Michael Solman is not happy with himself. He missed a little runner that was a tough shot, and rebound fell right into his hands, missed another reverse layup, and then fouled. So that was a foul on Solman. Harrison gets the ball back underneath the Zionsville basket. Bobby Rogers, the point guard, crosses the timeline and moves it around. Zionsville still in that 2-3 zone. Harrison looking for ways to attack it. Haven't been too successful here lately. And a three-point attempt on the way for Harrison. It's long. And the rebound falls off the hands of number 41, Noah Thomas, for the Raiders. So the Eagles will get the ball back. And a travel is called on Dalton Judd underneath the basket. Very sloppy game, really, to this point. Turnovers by both teams and relatively good defense played by both teams as well. But a lot of shots that I've seen Zionsville make this year just haven't been falling. And that's Bobby Rogers for three. It's long, but the offensive rebound by Noah Thomas, and he's fouled. And I believe that's going to be on the floor, but it looks like the Zionsville players are lining up for free throws. Yeah, they're going to call that in the act of shooting, which I'm surprised by. So Noah Thomas, the 6'8 junior, is going to get 2 shots here, and the first one is off the back of the iron. And the rebound now is to Smits. So both the free throws were missed by Noah Thomas. Derek Smits is checked back in the game. And as I mentioned him, he turns the ball over to number 25, Cole Smith of the Raiders, who falls down, and the ball was tipped out of bounds by Zionsville. So the Raiders will keep the basketball underneath their own basket. It's hard to keep up with the possession changes so far tonight, as there's been a lot of quick turnovers. Many times both teams haven't really been able to get into their offensive sets. And a good anticipation by Dalton Judd, but can't quite intercept the pass. And that's going to lead to an easy bucket by Austin Jarvinen. So the Raiders only trail by a point right now with 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Michael Solomon shoots a 3. It'll rim out and hit the rim about 3 times on the way out. And ball's back to Harrison. And that's another turnover by Harrison in transition. Couple substitutions for Zionsville is Braden Hall and that's Scott Panola that are back in the game. So right now we have a few new players. Dockich is still yet to come out. Braden Hall shoots a 3 off the back of the rim. Scott Panola with the rebound. Nice offensive rebound there by Panola. Dockich now has the ball in the corner. He can't find any room. And they kick it back out. Alex Sabilla in the post now. Kicks it back out. Now cross court to Dockich. Dockich, a little hop step. Tries to lay up, but it had it blocked. And the ball comes out to Cole Smith for the Raiders. And a baseline jumper is missed. And Scott Panola will get the rebound for Zionsville. Now back the other way. And Panola underneath. Tries a reverse layup. Had it blocked, but they're going to call a foul. And I believe that foul call is on number 35, Mark Houston, for the Raiders. So Panola will get 2 shots. That's the 4th foul tonight on Harrison. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is finally attempted. It rims out. So 1 of 2 for Scott Panola. Zionsville leads 10-8 with about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. And another turnover. This time an errant pass on behalf of Harrison. That was number 31, Jacob Bauer. He was looking for Bobby Rogers. And just a miscommunication between the two, and Jacob Bauer threw it out of bounds. We're going to have a full timeout from Zionsville. The Eagles lead here at Zionsville 10-8 over the Harrison Raiders. Back to the action here of the game. Zionsville with a 10-8 lead. Nice backdoor cut. And a good pass to Andrew Dockich, but he can't handle the ball. A great pass by Scott Panola and a nice cut by Dockich, but I think he might have actually kneed the ball out of his own hands on the way up for the layup. And it goes out of bounds. So Zionsville continuously has shot themselves in the foot tonight, and they've shot the basketball pretty poorly, really, here in the first half. Only a 2-point lead over the Raiders. Luckily for the Eagles, Harrison hasn't really played quite well themselves. And part of that is due to the defense as Dalton Judd gets another steal. He's got a few of them here tonight. Braden Hall with the basketball to the top of the key. Panola will drive it. And a good aggressive take to the basket, but misses the layup. And Bobby Rogers for Harrison will take it back down the floor. Looks like Michael Salmon and Derek Smits have headed to the scorer's table. They're going to get ready to check in the basket. Players hit the floor and another turnover. And Panola comes away with this one, so we'd love to get you some stats on the turnovers in this game. There's been quite a few this first half, more than I've seen so far this year, covering some of the Zionsville games. Dockich with the ball. Now he has Jarvin on him, so we have a little mismatch here. But Dockich's pass is intercepted, so another turnover by the Eagles. Three-pointer on the way for Harrison. It rims out. Rebound Sibylla. Dockich, another turnover. And they're going to call a jump ball. So this has been an extremely sloppy game now, as both teams are up and down the court and turning the ball over to each other left and right. And Dockich takes his seat as Solman and Derek Smits checking the game. We're going to have another timeout. There has been no scoring since the last timeout. It's still 10-8 Zionsville with about 2:45 remaining here in the first half at Zionsville. Oh. Zionsville inbounds underneath their own basket, and a great play out of the timeout as Braden Hall inbounds it to Dalton Judd, and Zionsville gets an easy layup. That'll make 12 points on the night for the Eagles in a rather low-scoring game thus far. Zionsville still in that 2-3 zone. Or now they're actually playing man. A three-point attempt off the back iron. And I thought it was going to be an over-the-back call, but they're actually going to call the foul on Derek Smits, number 24, on the rebound. So that's 3 fouls on the Eagles. And I can't say I agree with that call from up here. But nonetheless, Harrison inbounds it. 16-footer on the way. And a nice stroke there by number 41 for Harrison. That's Noah Thomas. the 6'8 junior. Dalton Judd at the top of the key with the ball for Zionsville. An offensive foul on Michael Salman. Actually, no, that's Derek Smits. So I think they're saying he set an illegal screen for Salman. And Derek Smits is going to have to take a seat. That's his second foul tonight. Fourth team foul for Zionsville as both teams have 4. Another turnover for Harrison. And Harrison's had a lot of opportunities not only to close the gap, but to take the lead. And they've just kind of hung around down by 2 or 4 points to Zionsville all night, but they've had plenty of opportunities to really seize the moment and take the lead in this ball game. Basketball is now being worked around by the Eagles. And there's a foul on number 31 for Harrison trying to guard the entry pass. That was Jacob Bauer with the foul. And that's the 15th foul on Harrison. Dalton Judd with the ball. And gets it to Scott Panola, who's looking to go to work. Scott to Sabilla. And they're going to call a foul underneath the basket on Alex Sabilla. They're going to call a charge. Very tough call to make as Sabilla caught the ball just a few feet outside the basket. But you got to remember in high school basketball, they don't have that arch, so you can technically draw a charge right down in the middle of the lane, underneath the basket even. And that's what happened. And a nice play there by the Harrison defender, getting in position, making that a tough call for the referees. Ball is being brought up by Bobby Rogers. 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Zionsville leads 12-10 over the Harrison Raiders. A near steal by Braden Hall. I've seen him play some great defense this year on opposing point guards. And Bobby Rogers looks to take a shot. Hits a very tough shot in traffic to tie the basketball game. And they're going to call a foul underneath the basket on the floor. It's going to be on Zionsville. That'll be their 5th foul as well. I did not see what happened. I think it might have been on Scotty Panola. Nonetheless, 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Zionsville may just hold this for the last shot. The game is tied 12-12. And a nice pass by Panola as Braden Hall's layup is blocked. And the blocker, number 22, Jacob Payne, also comes down with it. And Harrison now looks like they might get the last shot with 15 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Bobby Rogers sets up 10 seconds now. And I think he might wind up taking this last shot. 5, 4, the kick out. 1 second left, and the three-pointer is missed. And Harrison, a little chaotic with that last possession, but actually got a good look at the top of the key for a three. That was number 33, Zeb Halzema. He's a 6'4 senior, but he was off target. So we'll go into halftime, game tied at 12. A very low scoring, very sloppy first half, but I'll bring it back for second half action after taking just a break here at halftime. You're listening to Audio Sports Online. This is Zionsville Basketball. We're back here in Zionsville, Indiana for the start of the second half between the home Zionsville Eagles and the visiting Harrison Raiders. If you're watching at home on Audio Sports Online, Harrison is in the dark blue away uniforms, and the Eagles of Zionsville are in their home white. And we're underway here in the second half. The score is tied 12-12. If you missed the first half, you didn't miss much. As I said, scores tied 12-12, very low scoring, and a whole lot of turnovers. 24 total points, and about 6 of them came on free throws. And there's another turnover to start the half by Harrison, so Zionsville gets the ball back. And a near turnover again by the Eagles. We'll see if their approach has changed at all since halftime. Dockich, a driving layup. It's good. So Andrew Dockich gets his first basket of the game, I believe, and opens up the scoring here in the second half for the Eagles. Number 35, Mark Houston with the ball. Harrison working it around the perimeter. Good defense being applied by Dalton Judd and Andrew Dockich both. Braden Hall starts this half. He did not start to open the game. He starts in place of Derek Smits. So Zionsville goes a little smaller in their lineup. Offensive rebound. Three-point attempt was missed by Jacob Payne, number 22, but Noah Thomas, number 41, the 6'8 junior I've mentioned a few times, got the offensive rebound for Harrison and then drew the foul. This will be his second trip to the free throw line. He missed both in the first half. And Noah Thomas makes his first free throw of the night. So he's 1 for 3 on the night thus far. And he makes the second. So now 14-14 in this ball game. Zionsville with the ball. Oh, a very nice slick pass by Andrew Dockich. And gets it down to Scott Panola for the easy reverse layup. Very nice pass there by Dockich and a nice look. And a good finish by Scott Panola. Zionsville all over on defense right now, trying to play very suffocating D. Braden Hall is guarding Bobby Rogers out near the half-court line. Harrison gets it deep finally. A turnaround hook shot is missed by Mark Houston, and Zionsville's taking it the other way. Braden Hall now with the ball. Passes it to Dalton Judd. Works it back. And Dockich. Shot fake, and he'll take a little runner. And he misses. And the rebound goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off Zionsville, so Harrison will get possession. Harrison works it up court, breaks a little bit of backcourt pressure, and the rebound goes out of bounds on this end as well, but they're going to say it was off of Austin Jarvinen, number 42 for Harrison. Zionsville gets the ball back, leading by 2, 16-14, with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Dalton Judd with the ball out near the three-point line, looking for a screen. He takes a real tough shot in the lane, misses, but the rebound to Scott Panola. Judd gets it back, and he throws it out of bounds, so it's going to be Harrison basketball. Nice, strong offensive rebound there by Scott Panola, but Dalton Judd took a tough shot, couldn't get it to fall, and then threw the pass out of bounds. And Alex Sabilla checks out of the ball game. Derek Smits checks in. So the front court will be Scott Panola and Derek Smits. And the backcourt now is going to be Dockich, Michael Solomon, and Dalton Judd. Three-pointer on the way from Harrison is missed. Neither team has hit a three-point shot tonight. And as soon as I say that, another one is missed by Dalton Judd. Neither team has taken an excessive amount of three-point tries, but everyone that has been tried has been missed thus far from both squads. And the ball gets down low nicely, and just misses the layup as Austin Jarvinen got good, really good position. Got a pass there in the post, and he's got to make that shot. Zionsville working the ball around now. And a very nice screen and roll there. And that was between Dockich and Panola. Panola set a screen and cut straight to the basket. Dockich found him. Dockich has a very nice knack of getting those bounce passes through the lane. He's had a few of them tonight, and I've seen him have a couple nice passes of that variety in the few games I've done to start the year. As we're going to have a kick ball. Possession will remain with Harrison. Derek Smits sticks his foot out, and the ball goes out of bounds. Back to Harrison. Zionsville leads 18-14. A little over 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Bobby Rogers with the ball for Harrison. Kicks it out. And a nice shot by number 42, Austin Jarvinen. He's only a sophomore, listed at 6'4". He's got a thick frame, and he's played Derek Smits pretty well tonight. He's the one I mentioned earlier, is listed on the JV roster, but he's playing varsity ball tonight. And another basket by Scott Panola, and then a steal by Andrew Dockich, and he puts it in for what I believe is a three. And no, they're going to call it a two-point basket. But Andrew Dockich with a steal. There was no one around him, so he just took a shot from the corner and was very close to being a three-point basket. It's too bad they can't review it. But nonetheless, between that basket and then right before him, Scott Panola made the layup. So Zionsville now stretches their lead to 6 points. They lead 22-16. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. I'm going to take a break during this timeout and get right back to you. This is Audio Sports Online. Harrison inbounds the ball to Bobby Rogers. Full court press now for Zionsville. They really want to put their foot on the throttle here now that they stretch this lead to 6 points. I think Zionsville expected a little easier game tonight. Part of it has been due to their own errors and sloppy play, and a good part of it is also due to Harrison's defense, but Harrison turns the ball over once again. Bobby Rogers this time. Three-pointer on the way for Braden Hall is long. Rebound to Harrison. If I'm the Harrison coach, that's Mark Reinhardt. I'd hate to see how many turnovers his team has so far this game. They've turned the ball over at least 20 times. And here's another one as Braden Hall is going to get a layup. No, he dishes it back. And that's Michael Solomon who can't hang on to it. Braden Hall dropped it off for Solomon for a nice easy layup, and Solomon just deflects off his hands, out of bounds. Harrison ball. Both teams with a ton of turnovers tonight. Harrison even more than Zionsville. And I was going to say there's going to be a jump ball, but they're actually going to call a foul on Michael Solomon, as I think he might have grabbed the arm of the Harrison defender when he was trying to tie him up. And we're going to have a substitution in the ball game. This is going to be, let's see here. Trying to get a number out there. That's Aaron Powell, who checks in the ball game for Zionsville, a 6'3" senior. And a jump shot taken and missed by Harrison. Michael Solomon with the rebound, and he's pushing the ball the other way. Solomon gets the ball back, nearly turns it over, but Powell saves it just before it goes back court. And Zionsville will reset with about a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Jump shot taken by Sabilla. He misses short. Rebound to the Harrison Raiders. This might be, I may be mistaken, but I think this might be the first time tonight Bobby Rogers, the point guard for Harrison, has been off the court. And a jump shot is made, and it's actually a three-pointer, so we're going to have our first three-point shot made of the night. That was number 25, Cole Smith for Harrison, the 6'1" senior guard. And that'll cut the lead in half, down to 3 points now, and it's still a one-possession game. Andrew Dockich gets fouled in the act of shooting, so he's going to get 2 free throws here with 41 seconds left to go here in the third. First free throw is up and short. Dalton Judd checks in the ball game. Derek Smith checks out. Derek Smith has kind of played sparingly tonight. I know he had a couple fouls relatively early, but he's played in pretty short spurts, about 2-minute spurts, maybe 3 minutes at most. Second free throw is off the back of the iron, also missed by Dockich. So he misses them both, and Zionsville only a 3-point lead. As this third quarter ticks down, another foul on the Eagles, and I think that was Solomon again, as Zionsville has applied this backcourt pressure. And correct me, that was actually Dalton Judd. That was the Eagles' third foul, as they're getting very aggressive here. Another foul, this time on Dockich, as Harrison tries to inbound the pass. And Dockich better be careful. He could have got called for another one right there. 22-19. About 20 seconds left here to go in the third quarter. Harrison trails by 3, 22-19. And shot fake there by Cole Smith. Takes it up for a layup. And the foul will be called on Alex Sabilla. So Harrison's going to go to the line. Cole Smith is. And he's going to get 2 free throws. And Sabilla has his third foul of the night, and that's the 5th foul on Zionsville. So heading into the fourth quarter, Zionsville may be quick to get themselves in the bonus, and that's not going to be a good thing in such a close game. Shot up by Cole Smith. He made the first one and misses the second. So Harrison comes back from that Zionsville rally and trails by 2. Dockich, though, Andrew Dockich answers with a three-pointer to end the third quarter. So Zionsville with a 5-point lead heading into the fourth. The Eagles lead 25-20 here at home. After this short break, I'll bring the fourth quarter action to you. You're listening to Audio Sports Online, Zionsville basketball. All right, fourth quarter action has started. Zionsville leads 25-20 here at home against Harrison. Harrison's struggled offensively all game and has turned the ball over maybe 20-plus times now. But they've hung around. You have to give them credit. They definitely have not given up, and they are going to need a very strong push this fourth quarter. Zionsville with a little momentum after Dockich hit a big three-pointer to end the third. And that's Scott Panola with another reverse layup. Scott Panola, I believe, is leading the Eagles in scoring tonight, which I guess isn't to say much considering there's only 27, but I think Scott Panola must have about 10 of them. 27-20 Zionsville. Looking to put the clamps on another Raider comeback here. Good defense being applied right now. And that's going to be another foul on Dockich. Dockich has been very aggressive on defense, sometimes to a fault. That's going to be his second foul here in the last few minutes. And that's Zionsville's sixth foul, so I believe the next one will put them in the bonus, the 1-and-1. And there's still 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth. And a block by Cibula. And they went out of bounds. The Harrison player, 33, Zeb Halzema, had a shot blocked and came back down in his hands, and he was standing out of bounds. So Zionsville will get the ball. Andrew Dockich walks it up the court. Dockich in the corner now. Zionsville taking their time. 7-point lead now for the Eagles. Michael Solman attacks the basket. He has his shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul. And that'll be in the act of shooting as Solman went up for a layup, so he'll get 2 free throws here and have an opportunity to extend the Zionsville lead. The first free throw rims out and is no good by Solman. Both teams haven't shot particularly well from the free throw line. Neither team has shot a lot of free throws either. The second free throw is also made rather. So Zionsville leads 28-20 now. And they turn the ball over as Dalton Judd makes a poor pass behind Scott Pinola, and he can't stop and adjust in time. So the ball will go out of bounds and back to Harrison as Bobby Rogers is back in the game for the Raiders. Michael Solman will check out of the game. He hasn't had the kind of night he's wanted, or he usually has. And Braden Hall comes in for him. Braden Hall, really like watching him guard the ball. He's a pretty good on-ball defender, maybe the best Zionsville has. Zionsville taking their time once again. Their largest lead of the night right now as they lead 28-20. And Dockich will stop and pop from the free throw line. He misses. And Harrison out and running now. And a travel by Harrison. Alex Sibilla got up there and stuffed the ball off the backboard. His arm was quite a ways up the backboard as the travel call was before the shot. Now Dockich takes it strong for a layup, and he's fouled on the attempt, so he'll get 2 free throws, and he'll have the chance to extend this lead to double digits now with 5.5 minutes remaining here in the game. Zionsville leads 28-20, Dockich at the free throw line. And the first attempt is perfect. Cade Reneker, number 11, checks in the game for Harrison. And Derek Smits makes his way to the scores table. Free throw is good by Andrew Dockich. So Zionsville now has extended their lead to double digits. They lead 30-20. Derek Smits checks in the ball game. Alex Sibilla will take a seat. Sibilla had that great block. Won't count on the scorer's sheet because the refs called a travel, but nonetheless, fantastic block. And a silly foul there. And that was on Dalton Judds. That puts Zionsville in the bonus. So a foul on a big man far away from the basket. And now he'll get to shoot the 1-and-1 from the free throw line. And he misses the first attempt. Luckily for Zionsville, Derek Smits gets the rebound. And Zionsville pushes. Andrew Dockich, another nice find. Dockich drops another nice pass, a bounce pass underneath the basket, and sneaks it through there. He's very good at finding the angles and sneaking that ball through the lane to his guys. So that extends the lead to 12 points, and Harrison will take a timeout with 5 minutes remaining in the game. Zionsville leads 32-20. And after breaking the timeout, we're about to get back in the action here at Zionsville. The Eagles lead the Harrison Raiders 32-20. Harrison needs to start to come alive here. It's not panic mode yet, but with the amount of points and the way they played on offense so far this game, they have to start feeling the pressure. 12 points is quite a bit for them. as they've only scored 20 through 3.5 quarters. Ball gets worked around. Braden Hall with the three, and that would have been a real backbreaker there for Harrison, but the ball rims out. And now a three-pointer on the way for Harrison. It's missed. The three-point shooting has been very poor tonight and a lot of turnovers. Zionsville's offense has clicked here of late, but they spent about 3 quarters trying to find it. Screen set by Derek Smits. He rolls out. Zionsville looking for an angle. Finally, they get it low to Scott Panola. And Panola puts it up and in. 14-point lead now for the Eagles. Zionsville leads 34-20. Three-pointer on the way by Harrison. And that's up and good, so that'll cut the lead to 11. And Harrison's going to go ahead and take a timeout as they trail by 11. I'll take a break here. You're listening to Audio Sports Online, Zionsville basketball. After the timeout, Zionsville with the basketball. They're working it around. I think they're going to start really taking their time on offense unless they just have a wide open lane to the basket. Kick ball will go out of bounds. Zionsville will retain possession. Andrew Dockich will take it out. And Michael Salmon now with the basketball. Tries to get the ball underneath, but can't quite get it there. And now a wide open layup by Dalton Judd. He missed the initial layup, but had no one around him, so had time to tip his own shot back in. The lead now stretches to 16. And a foul on the play. And Bobby Rogers will go to the line. Foul was on Michael Solman. And Bobby Rogers will get 2 shots as he was in the act of a layup. And he misses the first free throw off the front iron. And a substitute as number 15 for Zionsville checks in the ballgame for Dalton Judd. That's Jake Mann. I don't believe we've seen him play tonight. Jake Mann's a 6'2", 175-pound sophomore. So getting some valuable varsity time for the future. Second free throw was made by Rogers. So Zionsville leads now 36-24 with under 3 minutes left to go in the basketball game. And we have a couple guys at the scores table. Alex Sabilla for Zionsville will check in the ball game for Derek Smits. And number 11 for Harrison will check in. That's Cade Reniker. As number 31, Jacob Bauer, will check out. So a lot of shooters in the ball game now for Harrison. The tallest player Harrison has out there is 6'4" now. And a steal by Andrew Dockich. Looking for a layup. He gets fouled in the air. So he'll get 2 free throws as he was stopped and fouled by Bobby Rogers. Nearly completed the layup for a 3-point play, but couldn't get it to fall, so he'll get 2 shots. First free throw is up and good for And the second free throw is also good. So Zionsville actually is going to take a timeout, maybe get some substitutions in. They lead now by 14 with 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. I'll take a break here. You're listening to Audio Sports Online. Harrison now with the ball. They're going to desperately need to start making some shots here if they want to have any chance of making this even a close game. And this shot is up and good. And right on schedule. That was a three-pointer in the corner by number 33, Zeb Halzema. And when I mentioned earlier that the only big man or the tallest guy in the game for the Raiders was 6'4", that was Zeb Halzema. So he winds up knocking down the three from the corner and cutting the lead to 11 points. And there's another timeout on the floor. Both teams' offense have really come to life. To put it into perspective, we were tied 12-12 at halftime, and the score is now 38-27. So Zionsville has already doubled their point total from the first half, and we still have 2.5. I apologize for that there. We had a little girl run through and actually tripped over our wires and knocked us offline for a minute on the video feed. So we're back here. In the meantime, Harrison and Zionsville both traded baskets. So Harrison now trails 40-29, still down 11 points with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the game. Yeah, we had our whole broadcast knocked offline there for a minute just due to someone tripping. And Zionsville looking to dribble out the clock now. And Harrison comes up with a turnover, so the ball's going the other way. Bobby Rogers now looking for a basket. He misses the layup. Andrew Dockich gets the rebound and is pushed from behind. So he's going to head down to the other end, and that'll put Zionsville in the bonus. So Andrew Dockich is going to get a 1-and-1 opportunity, and this game's all but over as we have 50 seconds remaining. And the first free throw is missed by Dockich, so Harrison with the ball looking to score quick. And that's number 33 again. That's Zeb Halzema scoring some points as of late. Harrison trails by 9. Zionsville is content with just dribbling it out. Finally, Michael Solman gets fouled with 33 seconds to go. Michael Solman makes the first free throw, the 1-and-1. And he also knocks down the second. Bobby Rogers for Harrison moving it down court. Quick three from the corner is no good. And it actually hit the top. It hit the wire at the top of the basket, so that'll be a dead ball. And it will be taken out by Zionsville as Michael Solman's fouled again by Bobby Rogers. It's just a matter of time now as Zionsville leads 42-31. And that's the 9th foul, so we're still in the 1-and-1 here for Solman. And Josh Dunlop is going to check into the game for Zionsville. Number 45. He's the sophomore. Also in the game for the Eagles. Let's see here. We have, it might be a junior varsity player we have, and in Chris Pappas. I'm sorry, no, that's Ben Hudson, number 20. He's a sophomore that's getting some playing time as well tonight. Michael Solman made the first free throw and makes the second, so a 13-point lead for the Eagles. Three-pointer on the way. Missed. Offensive rebound comes to Harrison, is stolen by Zionsville, and that's Michael Solman trying to add a late layup. He's fouled going up to the basket, so Michael Solman, when it's all said and done, is going to wind up with 7 or 8 points after getting a basket late, and then he seems to have been getting fouled. I think he's gotten fouled or gone to the free throw line 3 times now within the last minute. And he makes the first. And Michael Solman misses the second free throw. Harrison rebounds. 10 seconds now. And a three-pointer is missed by Bobby Rogers. And the rebound is off of Harrison. It'll be Zionsville ball with 2 seconds remaining. And they will dribble it out. So the Eagles will win this game 45-31 after a slow start. It was 12-12 at halftime and a very poor start by Zionsville, but they seemed to hit their stride late in the second half and never looked back. Zionsville wins 45-31. Thanks for tuning in. This is Aaron Steffi on AudioSportsOnline.com bringing you Zionsville basketball. We'll see you next time.